Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, June 10th, and we are looking at Window Traders Market Profile, SPY IWMN Triple Qs. A lot to speak about. We're going to go over all the charts, so this video might be a little longer, but you have all weekend to watch it, and hopefully, for those of you who watch me regularly, you feel that I add some value to your education as traders, and I appreciate that, especially the likes and the subscribing to my channel. So what happened today? Well, we broke out of balance yesterday with a vengeance in KL&M, right? CPI came out this morning, and they follow through, right? You could say that was a catalyst, whatever you want. But in the bigger picture, when you look at it, we really flushed for 5 time frames, KL&M, A, and B. All we did was trade inside B's range the entire day. We only stretched B's range by 31 cents until M actually probed late in the day and took out the day's low by 12 cents. So I'm not going to use the price probe. It's just redundant. It's pretty, we're just using the day's low. What didn't happen sometimes is more important than what did happen. So what didn't happen? Well, us and Qs could not hold the trend day down. Russell did by 10 cents. Russell rallied over $2.50 and then hold 10 cents worth of single prints. Now, another thing that happened is something that kind of transpired last year at some point. I don't remember exactly when. And in fact, I don't know if I said in this morning's video, but I certainly said in the room this morning. Was this long-term selling or long-term nothing or long-term buying? If anything, it was long-term buying, to be honest with you. And why is that? Well, when you're down close to 3% and you get 11 wide point of control, that's not long-term selling. Long-term selling would blow through any algorithm or any retail trader thinking they're going to support it. However, any algorithm selling and retail traders selling and shorting was getting absorbed today. Big time getting absorbed. We had a gap last year. We got 13 wide. It was a large gap. We got 13 for 13 wide. I said that's incredibly unusual. Same thing today. Our gap is $5.66, yet we're 11 wide. So I don't know for sure that's who was buying it, but I know for sure it wasn't long-term selling the ETF. I can tell you that. We do go out with an afternoon rally high in L for us and Qs. Russell, again, it's just the upper part of their lower distribution. We all have wide POCS, 11 wide for us and Qs, 10 wide for Russell. Had a good day today. Didn't take one long today. Everything was short. Now, you could have faded the low a bunch of times, but on a day like today with the indices down so much, large gap, value lower, all I was looking for was shorts when I was comfortable taking them. And I did that pretty regularly. I shorted A when we got back down below the opening with 397 puts. I shorted B period. B period I thought was going to have a highest accepted price. We opened and drove straight down. Obviously, that's not the case because we took it out in K, but at the time it worked out beautifully because I shorted 390. I took 391 puts twice in B period. Then in C, we had single prints. So each push up, I was taking shorts, the ebb and flow trading, right? Any push up was a short because you kept coming down. I did that 3 times, and in fact, at one point, took a much bigger play than I wanted to, and fortunately, it was at C's high. I already had, I think, 25 puts. I was only trying to add 10. I added 40 by accident, and then it came in. So that turned out to be a beautiful trade in C period. D period. I took a small short thinking we were going to go take out the day's low. I got paid for it, but didn't get paid a lot as we didn't take it out at that point. That was the 391s. The C period was 393. Now, F period, I missed it. I had went and got lunch, came back, and F period had traded up. I might have wanted to trade a little higher anyway, but it turned out that would have been a good short. At the time, we thought that could be the afternoon rally high. Then I didn't do anything until I, because basically C through H was just rotational. It was F's high to the day's lows. We were just slightly extending the day's lows. Now, you could have shorted against, the rotational high and long the rotational low, but I certainly wasn't looking for longs down there. I did take a short in I, thinking it was the afternoon rally high, which I got paid on, 394 puts. I did that twice. And then I did again in L. I shorted L, 394 puts, thinking that was the afternoon rally high, which it turned out that one did. I was tempted to take a short in M when we came back below half back, because I said to the room, we're going to go take out L's low. We're certainly going to go get POC, and we have a chance to get the day's low. I didn't really think we'd get it, which we did, and I didn't take it. So, again, I didn't maximize as well as I called, I think, the last 2 days. But, again, seeing the market is number one and foremost, the most important thing. And I think I saw it very well the last 2 days. As far as destinations, upside, we have, I'm not going to use the probe. Like I said, it's only 12 cents higher than the day's low, so it's kind of useless. 11 wide, that's E's high at 391.28. Afternoon rally high, L's high of 394.25. Then we have 395.78, today's high, and then filling the gap at 401.44, a 566-point gap. And then you should have everything else that I gave you from yesterday's destinations. For the downside, today's low, 389.75, and that is now a weekly low. We're in a 3-week balance, and the next destination below 389.75 is 388.76, afternoon pullback low from May 24th, and then the bottom of our 3-week balance, which is 386.96, and then 380.45, our monthly and yearly low. So we only have 4 destinations to the downside in 2022. Now, let's go to the charts. We'll start with Russell. Russell, the monthly, is down. Now, we're 10 days into the trading month. We're a third of the way. I don't care if it's inside, right? The monthly is down right now. To me, that very, very important level, even above last month's low, is back at this 173.39 level. Okay? Now, I think that's important for them to hold. We'll see if that happens. But right now, the monthly is down. Weekly. Not only did they come back into balance, they have an outside week down. Now, a lot of outside day ups, down, this, that, have been rejected, but we can't ignore them. So last week's low was 181.77. We closed below that by over $3. So they're in balance, but it's an outside week down. That's bearish. The bottom of that balance, 172.33. That would be pretty interesting, because guess what you'd be testing? 173.39 level. See if that comes to that next week. Daily, down. Firmly down. Gap is our main focus. So the monthly is down. The weekly is balanced with an outside week down. The daily is down in IWM. Don't forget, we have a lot next week. You have the Fed on Wednesday. You have quadruple expiration on Friday. We have dividend Thursday night. You have the rollover in ES. So this volatility is going to continue. Our range wasn't that great, but our volume was a lot better today. Nothing huge, but it was good. All right, let's go to triple Qs. Monthly, down. If we take out this last month's low and get acceptance, 260, 265 levels, the next level on our radar. Weekly, balance. Now, us and Qs never took out the previous week's high, so we're fortunate there's no outside week down. Triple Qs, I would say this is, again, I would say this is a 5-week balance now. So you could use their yearly low of 280.21 as your balance low. So the monthly is down, the weekly is balanced, and the daily is firmly down. Gap is your main focus. Okay? Now, SPY and ES. Now, unfortunately, next Friday when we do this recap, there's going to be a disconnect because we're going to have our dividend next Thursday. So SPY and ES, the monthly's down. Yes, it's an inside month so far, but it's a monthly chart. We don't know if it's going to stay inside. Maybe it'll take out last month's high and go to balance. Maybe it'll continue down, taking out last month's low. But for now, it's still down. Weekly, balance. Now, I'm calling it a 3-week balance, not a 4 or 5 week like Qs, because Qs, these 2 weekly lows in Qs were rather close. Ours are separated by about $6. They were only $2. So I'm going to call this a 3-week balance for now. So 386.96 is the bottom of it. If we take that out, then obviously the yearly low will become our target. So the monthly is down, the weekly is balance, and then the daily clearly down. Gap is our main focus. Had a good 4 days trading after Monday. I'm just going to try to chip away. We saw the market really well. We kept, I hope, everybody, if not the majority of our trading room out of trouble this week. We had great discussions about what to look for, why we're looking for them. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to this YouTube channel. Enjoy your weekend, rest up, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.